First off, let me give eternal thanks to the Acres of Ancestry Black Agrarian Fund. I am so honored to be one of the many incredibly talented artists featured up on their site. And you can check all of this out at acresofancestry.org. So I questioned and investigated, can I really make something super duper fly with thrifted denim jeans? Of course I can. I knew that. But on a serious note, I wanted to take it a step further and dig deeper, because I aspire to change the mindset and culture of what we know as sustainable fashion. I aspire to shift the paradigm into regenerative fashion. One of my sisters is always mentioning the connotation of sustainable fashion as this hippie style that tends to turn a lot of people off. But I'm gonna turn you on to this. We are sustainable fashion. We are regenerative fashion. Culturally, my people have turned trash into treasure. They will take your scraps and mend those pieces together into something so beyond beautiful and make it whole. You look at our culture, which is American culture. You look at our music, our food, our style, our fashion, and it's still impacting the globe. So Scraps of Indigo is simply for the culture. It is our culture. It is rooted in our ancestors who had the same skills. I mended these seams together for a return of a lost art. And right now, during the middle of a pandemic, as well as economic downturn, we are seeing how important these so-called lost arts are to our industries within our society. Let's bring it back. Something has got to give, and even fast fashion companies are realizing how evident it is due to the amount of waste we produce from the consumption of pounds and pounds of clothes. Every year, we waste about 70 to 80 pounds of clothes, and that is ridiculous. Do you understand what I could do with 70 to 80 pounds of clothing? I take the little scraps, and I love textiles, and I love color and patterns, and what somebody might just discard, they don't see what I see. I have that eye, and I want to aspire and challenge people to think outside of the box and think twice about that dress or that shirt that you don't like anymore. You know, think twice and think, like, what can I do with this? Who could I give it to that might do something really amazing with it? Or I have that sewing machine that my great-grandmother gave me that I don't use. Let me try, you know, to just experiment with it. So I challenged myself to recreate with these jeans that would otherwise be shipped across borders, because not all of it sells in the thrift store, and it just becomes waste and it's just dumped in different villages and towns, and it leads to diseases that people should not be suffering from because of our sick addiction to buying and consuming and not turning our waste into something. The citizens in these so-called underdeveloped countries don't want our crap anymore. So we gotta figure out, what are we gonna do about this? How are we gonna get innovative? How are we gonna get creative? How are we gonna think outside of the box and actually do something with all our waste? It's at a tipping point where we can't keep on doing this when it comes to pollution of this earth and our own society.